Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tasha C again. So tell all your friends. I don't know why I just started saying that. I'm just so happy to be back, y'all. And I am doing better. So my immune system is okay. Like I said, if y'all watch my testimony video, if y'all got an hour to spare to do that, please do that. Like I said, if y'all new to my channel, thank you for subscribers and all my fellow YouTubers. I'll get to y'all in the end, my for YouTube friends. Um, like I said, so many fellow YouTubers. By the way, I have a couple announcements because I am a very quiet person. So let me get to y'all. Just to let y'all know, since I had due to health and technology problems and all this stuff, devil's a lie. Okay, I got behind and I really wanted to like give a review. And when I did last night, I was so excited. And some of these like I already had seen like taking breaks and stuff like that. With no hang, taking breaks, doing stuff. Um, I was able to watch this stuff anyway, and I was so excited to come back that I did them back to back to back. But when I began to realize is, that's very time consuming because I'd rather just do this. If it's two more videos and I still want to like catch up and then do the new, catch up on the newest episode, I'm just gonna give y'all some gift packages and some gift reviews, meaning a bundle. So I'm just gonna overall, most of it's gonna be is about the latest episode. And tonight, as you see in the title, it will be Love and Hip Hop, whatever the damn numbers is. And a lot of people didn't notice, but quickly they're showing the right hand corner that they're not coming back. Last week was 3 weeks, so they're not gonna come back to like the first week of January, probably like the what is it, the sixth probably, something like that, because they said they come back in 6 weeks. So that's why a lot nobody really too much knows. I just seen it by accident. I didn't even know how the hell it popped up in my ass scene, but they had it in the little tiny corner saying it'll come back in 3 weeks. So, but I'm already cut up with Black Ink. So when they have the season finale next week, that'll be episode. But just because because it's actually time consuming and that action behind. And also I want to do if y'all are YouTubers because I love to support people. I'm broke and I can't help all you with getting in my pocketbook, but I do the best I can. Show love, support. That's what I love to do. That's for you too. So if y'all have a YouTube channel, I plan on doing this video. I might be already done it already. To get views, plan on doing it. Actually, Gigs, I'm going to talk about her. She was one of the first people I seen that I watched a couple years ago, and I used to be under low. Yeah, I know I'm ranting, y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to just get this all in. So if you're a YouTuber and you can announce in the comment below before Sunday night, I plan on hopefully doing Monday or no later than Tuesday night. I want to do like a YouTube video and try to do as many as I can as far as talk about the YouTubers, including my YouTube buddies, of course. Not favoritism, but I'm just keeping it real. But I also want to talk about other possible channels or other people y'all might be interested in. And they got websites. If I can, I'll try to slide them in and just talk about it. I want to really do that video, and and if I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes and then try and do all that, so I'm just gonna merge and just talk about instead of talking scene by scene, go back and forth, I'm gonna talk about what we learned for these fuckery of characters, and just let y'all know, disclaimer, I'm just gonna be profanity in this video, maybe not. And another announcement, y'all, I'm excited about before I take another damn 5 minutes to get to what the hell this video. Shout out to Jay May from Up a Discussion. He asked me a couple weeks ago to be a guest on his podcast, y'all, and we did last week. I think it was last week. We recorded a podcast, which I'm going to put the link below, y'all. So if y'all love podcasts and love this stuff, and you want to hear more of me, beyond his reviews, and we just talk about life, and we're talking about when this infatuation becomes obsession on that stalker shit. Go ahead and bob along and check it out. It was a great discussion. In the future, if you ask me to get back on there, I will be on there. When I got time this weekend, I'm actually gonna listen to myself because I haven't heard the edited version he just put up today. So y'all get a chance, and I'm so excited. I gotta get some podcasts. I think that was cool. So let's get to here, y'all. Let's get to the stuff we got. The love and hip hop, the fuckery drama, fuckery, featuring Peter Pigpen Pan. Now, let's get started with his ass. We see here he's still able to run. He goes back and forth between meat and moth. And, instead of we see all this dirt around his feet, his mentality is so dirty. You see the dirtiest of him. You know what I mean? And he lets us know that he's going to do anything to keep both of these women blase blase. But these women do fall for it. Who knows how many women behind the scenes keep falling for this budget. We go on to the thing where he, got the opportunity. He still wants to work with Rich. We already know that, Rich, they did a pinky swear or something like, since I knew you, since, we were sitting here, back in the day and stuff, Run DMC was still out with my Adidas. You promised me that you were gonna sit here and make sure that I was straight, okay? And so it's kind of like you owe me type of thing. Unless there's some other stuff that we don't know about behind the scenes that that Mona couldn't even talk about, get him in contract to try to put him into this damn show to make it more relevant, as ATL. So definitely I'll review it whenever it comes back, y'all. So anyways, so we got this thing here with Rich. Rich, I'm about to get into him real quick about the fuckery he did with I think he tried to purposely bring Erica Mena with the managing thing to him. He's robbed the idea to manage Erica Mena. And we already know how he did all he can to get her out the picture. And, to make a long story short, when disaster happened at the restaurant, he basically goes to Rich to be like, it's either her or me. It's either her or me. I don't mean to be a bitch, but you're a bitch. Okay? It's either her or me. It's either her or me. And so, he, on the other hand, Rich decides to go with Erica Mena. And we have this thing here, like I said, he's still going between two women. Of course, Tara, well, her BS, and one Tiara Crown, whatever the thing is. This, we're not surprised he keeps going back to him. He keeps running excuse me to Mafia. He's you can't wear, I remember she gives him wedding rings, so we're going to talk about as well. But he's basically able to do the same shit over and over again that he's been up there doing all these episodes. He's still everyone game until the end of the final episode. He is confronted by Tara about, because they're still sleeping with each other, on and off, which we've seen a scene that he was going to provide her service or, basically give her a happy ending. I don't know your plot of women. I don't know. I'm just saying he wants to support the service. I know he wants to say more, but, can he kiss a woman last time? Because, this is so many settings on this show, right? So, anyways, basically, like I said, Mr. Peter Pigpen is still able to run around. He can meet him off that he's at the studio and back and forth, but, he's still able to keep doing what he's doing even after it's been shown that they're legally married. The women are still falling for this ish, and it's kind of like, y'all brought it upon yourself. I can't feel sorry for either one of y'all because you continue it. And I think as far as I'm concerned, it's even worse with Tara. This is the reason why. It could be bad if people say, well, she got the ring on the blah, 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 but doesn't really apply with a meet him off if he's not respecting the marriage. But the Tara, she been in that game. She been on and off and fucking with him. And if she was a jump off to him. She been probably who knows about the stories that she has not told to Love and Hip Hop, so it won't make him look more like a damn fool. But you already ran over and crossed over, and fell off that crib, and fell into the water, and never got back. Floated up to the top. So it's kind of like what his situation is. I don't know I know he's supposed to be managing, but if Amina Moth is his only client, and despite it seemed like one of those situations that she might be one of those talented people that might get shelved, and I'm about to get to her in a minute. And that's what I'm just saying. We don't really got to go back and forth with that, because it's like he's full of shit, and he's like I said, Tara confronted him, so they supposed to have a conversation about who what did you tell her, when did you telling me, whatever, right? So and then I know there was a scene where they went to the club and came Michelle in the shade, and we're gonna get to that real quick with her. We got Amina Moth, and this is the reason why I want to talk to her. Tara, we ain't gotta really talk much because she's doing the same shit. She geek back and forth. We can go very quickly. And I already talked about the confrontation. And she just, I'm so sad, I'm sad. And then she gotta tell Yandy, and they back at that damn cousin, the creepy cousin I was talking about, the black ink, I think. Now, something ain't right. If they're biological cousin and he's putting his, even if play cousin, but especially if they're like cousins. I'm just saying, you're back at that same gym that you found out he's taking, inappropriate photos of you to get clients. Out of all the females, he decides to only put you are his cut. Never mind. But they back there. She got to have the soft talks on and off with Yandy and all this other stuff. Like I said, it's the same shit every damn episode. So you. So, anyways, y'all. You actually have her going back and forth. I was looking at her Instagram, and I'm thinking like, how many times you keep going to Instagram, and how did you find out that she actually just have her name Media Butterfly, or how does it work? How does this work, y'all? Because I have to wonder with her taking all of that stuff, as far as like this stalking, infatuation. Like I said, check the podcast. I think we do talk about it. So anyway, y'all, about the infatuation obsession thing. And it's like, who can anybody feel sorry for you when you're sitting here doing the same routine behavior, and you're basically going to sit here, there ain't no damn dislikes function on damn Instagram. So what difference you going to what you going to do is you hope it's inappropriate pictures she can flag and get her account disabled. What the hell is you thinking you're going to accomplish by sitting there? And if somebody says something cool, unless you got so many people, stuff like that, what is your point of sitting here? Are you gonna do like make this and put a fuck up comment, say fuck you, and think that's gonna accomplish anything? I'm just wondering. I really am. So she want to brag at the end, and she's torn apart. She's got a brag cake, but Tara B got a brag Michelle. I know I got to meet them all, but I'll get to her in a minute. But basically, she want to sit here. She got to take care of Michelle for everything. I can't get over this, but you still admit that you were tracked him one time when I was talking about the service night. He was baby watching his kids, and he was sitting on that couch, and Peter Pigpen was able to seduce her. And she's bragging about that she's on Plan B and letting us know that she's still fucking raw despite how many females he fucked. And then after, this man, he knows how many times that he has done this, and you're bragging about, that Plan B has a new feature that somehow if you take it, it will make you give your coochie the best armor in the world. It's like some super, the super armor. And it protects you, and it guards and shields off of anything from syphilis to herpes and HIV. I'm just saying, you already know what's going on, and you still bragging about putting yourself at risk, and just you bragging about to Yandy at the end with the bangs. So then she looked like the sharp scene perm, like the bangs. I don't know, maybe it was just me. I mean, I know probably not, but you get what I'm saying. It kind of remind me of like the lady, the mom used to be on the box. Not saying nothing wrong. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that. Then she would confront somebody in, but it's like, it's the same story with her, the same violence story. You sit here claim like you're set when you up here, hiding behind the bushes and shit and want to say like, I'm sorry and stuff like that. But yet, this is a repeating pattern that you're taking yourself. So that's what I'm saying. She's technically worse than Tara, because she, and Mina Moth, because she continues to pull the same shit. Nobody feels sorry for you. You sit here, keep fucking and sucking him, and nobody cares, man. You put yourself in the situation, and Betty is 13 years plus, okay? We already know you trying to make sure you get season 2, 3, and 3, whatever. But it makes it worse is, why is anybody trying to be Mimi? You know what I mean? Unless it's business-wise, her business is lucrative, stuff like that, as far as business, but why are y'all striving to be Mimi? Damn, I know times is hard, but shit, sell your dignity, goddamn. How much money is she paying for that shit? I just wondered, you get endorsements after this? Here we go with Amelia Moth. Now, Amelia Moth, the thing is, here she has talent. But the progress is that still she wants the marriage to work. She ends up buying bands still. Peter goes over to Tara's house and watches the kids. She thought, she thought the marriage would work, especially being out. Sweetie, even though you've been around a year or whatever cases, I don't know how old her Media Butterfly is, but she old enough, like, hopefully you get it. And hopefully you obviously might suffer from low self-esteem. You may have talent, something like that. Something that's like, if you think this is the best you can get, and you had to buy the rings yourself, not even, coping, I pay half, you pay half. Not even that. She couldn't get that. She sat there, had to get the rings, and even when she gave and presented them to him, he up here still was kind of skeptical, like, that would hurt Tara. That's first thing you bring up. Then that is so much discredit on your marriage. Okay. And also I want to point out this too about with her. Now, like I said about her talent, now you had K. Michelle, you had other stars that was able to embrace. Hey, shit, even with Flavor Flav before the reality stars took over as damn near the own damn near shows that we all watch now. I didn't know at this time up in Michigan until I think beginning of last year, whatever, before it got his one of his restaurants, whatever, but he was able to keep it from foreclosing, whatever. But I'm just saying, even he has expanded, got some businesses or some doors, kept it going, whatever. Now, I personally have never heard any songs. I mean, we know that she so-called, was working the studio with a fake friend song, even though I never seen her with nobody with no friends besides she's only the only person that she's usually with is just with Peter, and that's that. But here's my thing I noticed. Now, I pay, how to endorse music, stuff like that. Like I said, K. Michelle, the first day we seen her season 1, was sitting there with a red cup property with Jack Hennessy, and I do give her credit that song. I think that the mixtape out there came out right before or the beginning end of the of the season. So you gotta give credit when credit's due, okay? But at the same time, it's like if you're a musician and you're coming to show because it's supposed to be so called love and hip hop, so it has to do supposedly with the culture hip hop, meaning with music is supposed to be right. But it's just fuckery. Love the fuckery should be called. So with her, I mean, I'm just saying it's kind of like I'm not saying nothing that has anything to do with focusing on music. So we don't. I'm kind of curious to wonder if she finally gonna have at least a mixtape at the end of it. They kind of like shelving her like what happened to Olivia. Like even though she had December was supposed to do well, we all know what the hell that happened, shelf. And now she's going bye bye. So the way it's going, man, I swear the shit that she's going to do, her talent's gonna be shelved. And I mean, I swear, why is at least not one saying I would have been at least doing one, art single where I'm exposed. I would like agreed to at least have one song a single, and then when they do at the end when they show like this song's by when you have the pose like this and stuff, something like she look in the sky or some shit and have that goddamn guitar in her hand. I would have some shit to at least if I'm up here, sitting up here, like this. Cause I'm just saying is you don't see any endorsements or anything that's showing like her music is like going to be good because she's always going to be known. As far as right now, even though she's talented, she's going to be labeled to most people as a stupid bitch or the victim. But not as, I mean, she has talent, but we're seeing it's kind of being up its rap, and she's kind of being used as a puppet for Mona. So, as far as everything, besides Peter's technically, even though she's married, it's kind of like a joke as far as the marriage is concerned, because like I said, he's still going back there and whoever else is side chick. And then let me tell y'all this I knows about her getting shelved and stuff like that. Besides, none of her singles or anything has been the focus of the show, right? I just knows that they may take preview, but like I said, I'll at least have a couple songs showcased it in the background somewhere, now playing, you know what I mean? So here's another thing I noticed. Now he so broke and whatever else, right? He can go to the studio and keep going on account for him, right? But what about for you? Now maybe she might be one of those people that's inspired by nature and outside and birds and maybe the city lights and and streets and noise and cars and shit. But I like to wonder, okay, he's in the studio, right? That's what he keeps claiming a lot of times. But he can't afford his wife or give her the quality time that she's able to sit out there. Now, unless either she's inspired by the outside and or might have her guitar case open and making sure she gets some change, unless she's a street performer as well. You know what I mean? What is she outside for almost 9 times 10 performing and he claiming he in the studio? Now, why do you get some studio time? And that's what I'm saying. She just getting played. It's like, she's, like I said, she's multi-talented, she's songwriting, these ones, whatever. But I'm just noticing that she's kind of getting played for her talents is going to be shelved. And, who's next? Let's get this shit out the way with Saigon and Jean Grey. Now, there were one of the weeks recently, we're not in the episode, not going to give a damn. But Saigon let us know that either he's a complete asshole or he's letting you know that after Entourage, he still got as far as like being able to do some acting roles. So he decided to Google, not even Google Scarlett, just Google and say that his son is not talking the amount that he should be compared to his daughter. Now, I've been on off and babysitting for like 20 some years. Okay. And the thing is, if the baby's still at the age, whereas, now the baby, he claimed like the child can't say nothing, but the baby has the capability of saying daddy, so the child obviously able to say daddy, and obviously recognize who his daddy is, so that's different than not saying nothing at all. And then, I mean, I can still see this being concerned, but you keep comparing, contrasting this other little child to him, and thinking that, I mean, there's a certain estimate where you expect childs to, they're supposed to be quote quote normal, that they're supposed to, perform this, walk and talk or say these certain words or do these type of abilities by a certain age or certain amount of months. But it seemed like that's just his excuse to get mad at Erica G. And still some holes in their story, but it may explain why she is distant from him, especially like, he talks to Rich, not Rich, sorry, wrong dude. Talks to Peter Pigpen and asks him, what should he do about, the situation? And he, Peter, you know, Pigpen made some sense and said, like, talk to her about it. He meets Erica Jean Grey at a restaurant and he decides to go off and then tell her what she's up to, got to fit in what she had to write, because he's trying to claim, like, you're being a bad mother and you don't be doing some blase. I want attention in the restaurant. I hope somebody pays attention to me and stuff. And then when she got nerves to fight, is to say something, because of course she has to write, because she has to write to Bennett that you're sitting here saying I'm a bad mother and I'm the mom of this child. And it's because it's the way you say something. He could have just said, Erica, whatever he calls it, E.G. You can, maybe we need to see, audiologist, maybe see if something is wrong, I'm just concerned as parents, I'm no offense towards you, but we just want to make sure that our little son, little man is straight. There's a way you say things, but then when she got nervous befitting, when you're up here verbally attacking her, then he's telling her she needs to be quiet in the restaurant, and then when she's trying to leave, he decides to sit here and do a touchdown in the girl's bag when she's trying to get away from it, which y'all caught, of course, about him saying something about her fake ass, and she's like, so, which, but he is sitting here, she's trying to get in the car, back to the car, the security didn't, as far as I'm concerned, didn't get there time enough or whatever to get her, because he should have not been able to be close enough to get her back. The minute he started following towards the car, they should know better. We already know what happened to ATL, when Stevie J, the season one not ever season one, season two, and when Mimi left him and left the house, and they edited that part as far as like him going after, so they already got prepared. They supposed to have 6 or 7 folks. The minute he sat there and started snapping her at the table, they should have been sitting here and guards him back like this. 3-4 of these motherfuckers so on the back, okay? So she leaves, whatever. We don't see him next episode. The last episode, he getting some shine in, and he's rapping and stuff, and he's apologizing for the way he acted. And Jean Grey said, she wished she was always like this, but I know he flip flops. How now earlier they were all on some, painting date / ghost, before this happened, it's like he flip flopped. They were supposed to be still working on their relationship, of course, and they were all painting in the love and the heart. If you let me in, all that type of scene and shit, right? And some song from like Amel Loree for real supposed to be playing in the background. It was one of those type of scenes, okay? And we go from that to this. And so they go to, I think, a psychologist. And the reason, of course, with them ignorant ass motherfuckers, obviously fighting, arguing from the baby is just doing nothing but mimicking the behavior, the negative behavior, possible risky behavior that he's seeing his parents do. So they have to work, and they should go together in themselves individually, because if they are doing this type of behavior, that is affecting the baby already. That's why I guess the psychologist knows. I guess maybe they were observing the child and the room and the observation, and they noticed the baby was hitting his head and stuff like that. And that's why he's quote unquote not speaking. He's responding in a way that's technically verbal, verbal, so that he can't say those words. So in a way, it's turning into a violent, possible risky violation. He's physically hurting himself, but he's mimicking in an indirect way his parents' behavior. So hopefully they're working it out, because that poor baby that should not have to suffer. But the fact he got stupid and save the children, y'all. Children are still our future, okay? You know what I'm saying? So let's get off that subject, all right? Let's go to the next character. Now, Cherry, I hope I said her name right. Now, she, of course, she's still Doug Jones' brother. Now, I want to talk about real quick, because it really wasn't too much to her story. But I will say this. Her sister that she hasn't spoke to 5 years on her dad's side, but they're supposed to be real close, used to be real close, whatever. she comes back, and it's kind of like on this blame game about I stopped talking, I was really not going to talk to you more, it's supposed to be forever. But you want some shit because you claim that your dad's full course. So you all of a sudden was so mad you don't want to speak to her again. Take that, Lexi, drive your ass away. Lexus, drive your ass away, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, that was on some, you're my sister, that little damn thing, because you're this, and you're this to me, or I did this to you, that little fucking, I'm gonna sit here and blame game, or because I did this for you, because we're related, I get, and I should get this, you should do this, I should do, see what I'm saying? So anyways, y'all, they're going to try to make a church, and she seemed, of course, to be happy that this idea is going, but not at first, because it was a different scene they found to a certain church, because here's Terry trying to, so sad and trying to get the hug, hug from her and her Lexi just like this and all this. So this is fucking immature as hell. And to hear, like I said, it should have been suspicious anyway that she called. I could understand 5 years, but once she came with that bullshit trying to like turn it on all Tahiri, which is true, she probably did put everything in Joe, but which we even seen just as far as even the last episode. Even though they weren't together, she still sat there and tried to hold on to him, whether she was fucking J.R. Smith, she was dating fucking J.R. Smith for a while. We already know how the hell that situation went off when he put that picture on Twitter. Okay, anyway, y'all. And, so Winter thought about it. I think she's just gonna give like the money in hand or something like that, just come another way, because she thought about it as like doing a religion is very tricky. And thought it over. Here's Lexi was sitting here, all of a sudden, at first all smiles. But as soon as Harry said, like, we can just find another way. I don't know if she said she was going to, like, give the money flat out to her dad to help them save the house or whatever. I mean, his house or home. And then she wants to sit here and cry again and play that from the manipulation game. Like I said, Lexi, drive away. Like I said, that's some bullshit. Just because you don't get your way and stuff like that. And it's probably obviously something minor along the lines. And she trying to sit here and say to her, which is probably what, but as far as this episode we go by, she's full of shit. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, sister or not, whatever. Next. So, we're going to get into Nia Lee. The reason why I want to bring her up is because, again, here's the thing is, I know, but you know what? Nia Lee is trying to do this. Now, we already know that she got with Siri, Sin, and talk with her after she realized her and Erica quote together. Yeah, we got parentheses, y'all, because they getting paid for that shit. She wanted to talk to her, and Nia Lee's just looking her up and down like, she gonna talk to her later on too. Yeah, so she all of a sudden back again, she wants for the Erica, and they just like a misunderstanding, and she's just trying to get Sin to sit here. Of course, Sin ends up getting them to talk wherever case again, and then the first thing, I don't think she was brought up too much in it, because like I said, all her scenes are starting problems or starting shit for people. And I'm going to tell you why, main reasons why she's doing that. Now, she's supposedly sitting up here and telling us like she got his songs, and that is true. But just because you have somebody ill on the track and rap does not mean it's guaranteed that your shit is hot. Versace, everybody. That's what a good example, okay? And those dudes, if it was with Drake being on his track, is the only reason why then. Do we expect to see these dudes in the next album? Not trying to doubt their stuff. They might be able to last long and get some more hits. Get them coins, dude. Get your shit. Get your dough. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate on that. But the part when I hear the few times I still listen to like regular radio, because I don't usually listen to y'all listen to Pandora. You get what I'm saying? I'm listening to music and shit, or listen to my shit in my MP3. When they do the mix, like, day mix and shit like that, when they talk about Versace, you hear the part, Versace, here come Drake part. And then they cut to the next song. So what I'm saying is, as far as her, just because she have a song with Jadakiss, she's talking about Google me, because I'm bringing this up about how she met with Erica Mena, and the first thing she did was ask for her purse, and then again, this seemed questionable. She came in ready to attack, and Erica, I gotta admit, had the right to sit here, talk this stuff, and I don't know if she had the money. Maybe she sensed and knew it was gonna be some bullshit, or it was command, but she made it rain and threw the money, and we see towards the end how Nia Lee was sitting like this, looking down the money and shit, and it looked like, hopefully with these cameras running, I'm gonna pick that shit up and put it in my right titty right here. Okay, in this wrong side, because she's up here talking shit. I think like, my man, the man, my nigga, her clients, whatever, throw her making a rain. But so it's back to the same part 2 conversation they had before about the stuff. She want to see her and say she Googled. I'm not trying to diss her, but I did Google again, and the only song I didn't watch the video. The only other song that I seen was the one with Jadakiss. Like I said, still she keeps saying she has all these rap songs, but the last thing that she Googled too. Be looking at her now. They're adding about the recent like DJ Bat TV thing that she was talking about that she did used to have booty, ass shots and stuff back in the day. She said she's 22. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. And that stuff, but as I'm saying is all Nia Lee is trying to do because she's acting a damn fool because if they hopefully are able to get in the season side pull Miracle out of nowhere. She's just trying to do the exact same thing Erica Mena. She can see her this Erica Mena all she wants to, whatever's going on here. But she's trying to do the same thing. It worked actually for Erica Mena. Erica Mena came in, started shit with Kim Bella the first day, that gold metallic, whatever the hell she was wearing outfit, and started shit, and the bait fell. She sat here, cried a couple tears, boo hoo, and we see her two or three seasons now. Well, I think 1 or 2 seasons. But I'm just saying is she was able to get a spot on the show, even acting a damn fool. So that's all Nia Lee is trying to do. Even top that you want to do a bonus example. Christy and they, him Joe's not trying to talk about stuff, but you think about it, consider they supposedly fell out with Mona and they refused to do the show and they say she bullshit and all this shit was bullshit. You see, they still got Christy, Mr. Jones, on their second season. So what I'm saying is that Nia Lee is sitting here and realizing, unfortunately, that a lot of times when she shows be successful and to get us to watch this shit, you have to act like a damn fool. So that's all that she called herself doing. But in the same time, if you're acting so much like a damn fool, but the cost of even your music being played isn't really worth it. Because like I said, she's not really out yet. And I'm not trying to diss the girl's skills, but the way she's talking about she's the best rapper in the game right now, something like that she said, when we first seen on the scene, it's like, well, everybody should have self-confidence. And we'll leave it as that, y'all. So we don't know if we're gonna see her anymore during the rest of the season when they, come back. Who knows? Or so I wouldn't be. There's a 50% chance, at least a 60% chance, really, that she might come back. So anyway, y'all. Now who else? Let's get to Yandy, y'all. Now Yandy is sitting here. I know she's, the thing with she went to the lawyer because she's not getting information, but she can't get no information. And if Mercedes not telling her, then what difference does it make? And she's sitting here saying, I'm not getting information because she's not married yet, and she wants to sit here and get boo-hoo stories, but it's like, sweetie, you knew what the hell he was into and the risk you're taking. You knew the other side of the game before you got into it, okay? What you gonna do when it comes for you? I'm just saying that she already knew what the hell was gonna occur, and she wants sympathy from stuff like that. I'm like, it's sad because these babies have to suffer for this bullshit. You know what I mean? For the actions, but we're just fast forward. She was talking the last episode. Mercedes has said, it's possible that he's gonna get bail, so that's pending. But I want to talk about the messiness where she also has told Rich, she's fed up with Rich not finding talent and stuff like that. And she one time meets with this one girl, this another artist that also happens to be a rapper. But I don't know why I thought like she was a model. Maybe she was a fashion model because when she got up, when she left, because she's like I said, this is other talent I think that Yandy's trying to possibly find. She kind of has like, it's okay as far as the rap thing. Kind of sound like it'd be like one of those pop beats in one of the clubs. In the girls, in the bitch. So one of those type of songs. Like, I'm proud of in my hair. I don't know why, but coincidence she had this exact same story that her boyfriend shows. She never know when he's coming out, and Yandy decides to tell her life story on cue. Out of everybody, of all the rappers and the talented as far as females or just anybody, period, female singer or just anyone coincidence, you made sure that you probably did in confessionals. It's like, do you have something to tell us? Okay, you meet Yandy tomorrow, stage number 3. Okay. So, of course, we have her, of course, with Tara. She doesn't want to work with Amina, stuff like that. And later on, K. Michelle and them were at the club, and Amina and Peter Pigpen go to the club. They decide when it rings. She decided to be messy. Her and K Michelle decided to sit here and ask Peter Pan, when's the last time you slept with Tara? Because both of them are cool with Tara, right? And he's like, I think her name's Tara, same thing, okay? And he's like, I stopped doing that, whatever the heck he said. And here goes Yandy. Well, he ain't gonna tell his wife. Microphone, make sure I can hear. He not gonna tell his wife, or something along those lines, I'm paraphrasing, that he slept with her 3 weeks ago. I said 3 weeks ago. Y'all make sure you heard it right. 3. Hey, you over there. 3. I mean, she could have just sat there and had a goddamn bullhorn in her damn hand, or as far as it was made for. So, Mina's sitting there like, what the hell? He's able to slide say the bullshit in the thing to make it seem like they don't know what they're talking about or whatever, and they just got the club. That's how quick it was. But she is just straight up. I mean, she may not like Peter Pan, but I swear some dirt was falling around or swinging around her and stuff. That was just a mess of shit. Okay. So ain't too much going on with her besides, like I said, she still, was talking to her, like I said, the whole PFA thing. Oh, that's wrong. So whatever. Let's get off of that. I want to talk about the Erica Mina situation, the rich thing, and this fake ass relationship she had with Sid. After the Nia Lee incident, we all know she went to go talk to her girlfriend. Now she hasn't spoke to her. And y'all notice when they were in, because she's still gonna pay her mom. Originally, Rich is supposed to be going with her. What is it, Paramount somewhere? Some one of my aunts or something like that, right? And she sat there and was saying something along the lines like, up to her. She was talking to her like the girlfriend. They always have the scene in the goddamn corner of the store. And unless it's one of them richer shows, 9 times out of 10, they have them in the corner of the store. It's a 50% chance they might buy shit, and 50% chance they go sit here. Wait a minute, y'all. You know to be sitting here. I don't know if y'all ever say this. Damn it. Yeah, see, they be sitting here like this. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, girl. I went through this today. That's what it be doing. It just be stretching, just be doing that. So she's finding bikinis, and Sid comes in basically like, a girlfriend, and they're going shopping. Not like supposedly this couple and stuff like that. And she's talking about, hi, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, what you doing this weekend? Yeah, I was over here, yeah, I got my nails done. It was really just like a weird ass for them to be a couple. They were talking like as if they were good girlfriends on cue. And I don't mean as a girlfriend is like they have a romantic relationship together and, they're together. I mean, it's like Erica Mina had to spice it up this season, and they got some random girl who's a model and looks like an incest situation because it's disturbing how much they look alike. There's a couple times where I'm thinking Erica Mina's her and Sin is Erica Mina. It was just one of those situations, and then of course they don't have a scene like they are in love, blah blah blah. She realized this is the one, and blah 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 blah. But let's get to the next episode. The thing is that she still has feeling for Rich. That's the real reason why she sat there and got that contract signed and shit like that, right? So we sit here and then we notice about that she's they go and she Rich decides his idea, and I do believe also on real. I know I'm probably skipping the things, but they're pretty much irrelevant anyway, because this shit, like I said, I'm just trying to give the highlights that I remember, and there might be some importance, so bear with me, y'all. But what I'm saying is, I do think, maybe personally wrong, but I do believe that Rich sat there and purposely knew that it was going to be some shit between Erica Mena and Peter, and that might have been a way for him to get Peter out the picture, because he didn't want to seem like the bad guy, not quote quote keep his promise. So his way was, I don't think he was going to think it's going to be, flying plates and stuff all across the restaurant, which was uncalled for. But he wanted Peter to get mad up and say, you know what, I don't want to do this, because I don't get, maybe, I don't know the what's called scenes, but what benefit would be for Peter, Peter to be managing Erica Mena when he's, or whatever, on a game, what I thought Rich was supposed to be doing it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Just something ain't adding right. And it seemed like he just wanted a way to hopefully get Peter mad. Because remember, when they go to the restaurant to meet with him and Amita up there, he didn't tell Erica that Peter was going to be there. So you knew some shit was going to happen as far as I'm concerned. You plan on starting shit. You actually, he probably more than one, so get rid of, I don't know if you want to get rid of dealing with, no, he got Erica by contract. Unless, it can get ripped up or whatever thing now. I don't think so. Hopefully he got it sealed. Somewhere. But what I'm saying is that as far as I'm concerned, with Peter saying you owe me and stuff like that, and it's like, unless Peter has helped get Rich cons. I'm just saying something ain't right with that. And it's like, Rich, like, you knew this shit was going to occur, blah blah blah. And of course, you got Erica and Peter swinging words all around, whatever, right? So it gets to the point they're talking shit like, you street your corner, you ain't shit, type. It was just really just back and forth bickering. And I'm surprised Amita, even though she was sitting right next to her, she just had her mouth open. I'm just saying that it just seemed like, I'm surprised she wouldn't even just say for her to calm down, unless she's not, she's known to use them hands to do good, do the instruments well, but she don't know how to throw hands or whatever. Maybe that's why she didn't feel comfortable about saying anything. Cause she ducked and dodged, got the fuck out the way, which she don't know how to fight, get the fuck out the way. But especially she could got hit in the head with that plate. And so, she acted like, Erica threw a plate. They got back and forth argument. You got Peter calling her dirty, I think, Bipovich. And of course, she all going out the mouth. There goes the plate. And then he throws something. And then, of course, she leaves the restaurant. And she just like, mad at Rich afterwards. And of course, you said don't put the name again. That's what I went back earlier, talked about the scene earlier about how Peter wanted Rich to choose between him and, whatever. And he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Erica Mena, and like Peter's like willing. He basically like he don't want to deal with him anymore. But let's be for real. It's the thing is that if he feels like it's on the favor, we all know Peter's one of those people, as we know. It's just like if I can't get my way, then f you and f the world type of thing. He's able to get away. We'll keep screwing over women, allowed to keep fighting over him and being fucked over. So maybe he felt like Rich was like even though he's don't have no nerves to be talking. And as long as maybe Rich can get him some way to get some coins, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying that he's just mad at the world, whatever. So I don't know him and Rich compare relationship. But Erica ends up going to Rich's house later on, and she was saying something I think an incident. Of course, Rich was right about you didn't have the nurse act like a fool, which she did not. But at the same time is you knew or sensed some shit was gonna be down. Erica's known for mouth. Like I said, she came on the show crazy as hell. Even though Kim Bella didn't have to sit there and start some shit, whatever, and respond by attacking her, whatever it is, she came there to start shit. And I think then she almost get in a fight with somebody else or whatever. I think it was Kim Bella. I'm just saying is she came there. And we all, maybe he didn't see that World Star video back in the day when she did some karate chop and did over this here on her baby daddy's head. So I'm just saying that she has some violent tendencies. Okay, some anger issues. And like I said, all she's sitting up here and stuff is you sitting here tomorrow. She still cares, but she knows it's not worth being around. So I don't know, even though she's not comparing around that, I don't know if they still gonna be working together after that or if the contract will be ripped. But that's just how it's left over with. It's like that the situation wasn't even worth or whatever. So that's to be continued. Well, y'all, I combined like about 3 or 4 episodes into one. Like I said again, shout out, I'm glad I'm back. Shout out, of course, to my YouTube buddies, which includes, of course, Mike B, Logistics, Some More Love, The Ghetto View, Jay from Up the Discussion, Self-Esteem Queen, Squeaky Jones, and I know that many more to the thing. Shout out to everybody as far as like, watch my videos, rate, like, comment, share. I like doing this, and thank you, and I'll see y'all in the next video, and I might do Preachers of LA because I just have a few words, and they ain't gonna be as long as this, because it really wasn't that much to go by. So if y'all want to stop there, like I said, also y'all can, look at my, y'all want to listen to podcasts, pretty good, and also if y'all get a chance to watch my testimony story, whatever y'all gonna do too. But yeah, I just did my highlights for them, so we'll just deal with that. I don't know what the hell I just said. A dip. That's not a word. What I just say is, y'all, I'll see y'all. But I'll be caught up. I'm caught up with this, the episodes now, and we'll be back to this in next year. All right, y'all take care. Bye bye. And thank you for all the subscribers. Like I said again, if y'all can comment, let me know by Sunday. Sunday night, whatever. I plan on doing the video like Monday or Monday night, whatever. And it's going to be, like I said, I want to give shows some support to YouTubers and put in there too. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Have a lovely evening, pleasant evening. And yeah, pleasant evening. That's not a word. See, that's why I got to slow down and talk sometimes. All right. Take care, y'all. Take care.